pour yourself a pint, cozy up, and get ready for another episode of Beer, Bros, and BS.
This is Jay Muse. This is Eddie McClintock, Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler. This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives. Snooch to the nooch!
Welcome to episode 122 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
I thought you were Santa Claus.
Who says I'm not?
It's a very good observation. I'm Tony, the craft beer gooner.
And he's not only eating your cookies. There's Jose.
Well, that was one of
also a euphemism.
Most awkward intros. Kind of want to almost restart the whole show, but we'll keep going.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
So, Jose, why don't you tell everybody what beers we're going to be drinking tonight?
Wait, this is a special holiday edition.
Exactly. So all these beers are holiday related. It's that time of the year and the festivities
holiday season
where we like to add allspices and nutmeg into our brew. So let's head this off. Let's see. First one, Chanukah Hanukkah Pasta Beer by Hebrew Brewing, brewed in New York. It's a dark ale brewed with chocolate.
Who brewed it?
Hebrew.
Who?
Hebrew.
He who?
Hebrew.
Yeah, what's his name?
Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
Hebrew.
Who's on second?
Yeah.
What's on first?
Okay, so...
What's our second beer?
What's our second beer?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I only put them in order for you, Jose.
Oh, okay. We're already off the rails. Noel de Calabaza. Special ale by Julie Pumpkin.
Julie Pumpkin.
Funky Buddha. Coquito.
You know it's Coquito.
I know it's Coquito.
You fucked it up on purpose.
And Sandy Claus by Avery.
All right.
So go ahead, tell us about that first beer.
All right, so we always have Christmas beers on the show around this time of year. I figured it's time to represent Hanukkah as well. So I brought in Hanukkah, past the beer. It's spelled two different ways, but however you spell it.
This is the beer for you.
This is the beer for you if you are
hold. Shut the front door. Chanukah is Hanukkah also?
Yeah. That's if you want to do like the more Hebrew pronunciation of Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
you learn here on Beer Bros and BS.
You're basically, just translating it from Hebrew. So there's not really a proper English spelling. But
who's he? Who brewed it?
It's Moses. I don't know.
Wow.
So anyway, this is it's under the Hebrew brand of beers. It's actually by Schmaltz Brewing Company, and as Jose said, this is a dark ale brewed with chocolate, and it's 8% ABV.
8. Oh.
It hides it decently well.
Yeah, it's very similar to Wells Double Chocolate, is it? It's almost that style, where it's the chocolate is like very bitter.
But it doesn't have that stout. I don't think it's a stout. It doesn't have that
yeah, it's a little bit more smoky. Like
yeah, it's a little smoky, chocolatey, a little boozy. Just a little. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't really get that much booze. If you told me that what has more booze, either this or High Life, I would definitely say High Life. High Life like 7. 7.6, so...
Okay. I don't know why you're comparing it to High Life, Jose.
Because it's...
They're both liquid and have alcohol.
Exactly.
I stand corrected. There you go.
No, but I've had more other 8% beers that actually don't hide the alcohol as well as this one. So.
Well, happy Hanukkah, guys.
Happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah.
L'chaim.
Hanukkah.
So, normally we get to do some Would You Rather, and because this is a year-end show, holiday special, I wanted to know, would you guys rather be covered in Christmas lights or Christmas tinsel?
The fuck is Christmas tinsel?
It's the little strips of silver that some people put on Christmas trees.
Maybe carcinogenic, maybe not.
Oh, I'd rather be covered in that shit.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Fuck Christmas lights. Sometimes there's a broken bulb, and I've gotten shocked by those pieces of shit so many times.
It's shocked or they poke you, right?
I've seen online somebody actually try to make for his a little bathing suit or I guess underwear out of Christmas lights.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
and when he turned it on,
he got zapped right in the square in the nuts. Yeah, that's not me. I'd rather wear
talk
Tinsels.
about chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
ew.
Which trivia. In Spanish, or at least down here in Miami, we call them cola de gato, which literally means cattails.
Okay.
Did not know that. Christmas lights, that's what...
No, the tinsels.
The tinsels are cattails?
Yeah, isn't the thing that you wrap around the Christmas tree that's all shiny and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, let me ask you guys, would you rather be able to fly like a reindeer, or you can create a snowman that can speak?
Create a snowman that can speak. I love Olaf.
I think creating a snowman that could speak would not do you much good in South Florida. So I'd go with being able to fly like a reindeer.
Well, I mean,
I assume we're
being
talking
able to-
about
being
Santa's
able to-
reindeer.
Yeah, I know,
not
but being able to
regular
create
reindeer.
a snowman down here in South Florida is already a miracle in itself.
Yeah, so
But obviously there's some sort of magic involved, and he'll be able to exist.
it's
Yeah.
he can speak. What can he say? I'm melting.
I mean, he'll be able to...
And then I would just recreate you so I
Oh,
can, for the sole purpose of just putting my beers inside your body.
He could literally be a cellarman. Working cooling AC fields.
Okay, so
HVAC.
it's a snowman that never melts.
Yeah, he secretly
There's magic there, yes.
lives inside the Wawa walk-in freezers.
I mean, I guess. But what if he's a dickhead? What if he created this talking snowman and he's a jerk?
Then I threaten him with a hairdryer. Oh, but what if he impales me with an ice pick?
Wasn't there a movie about this evil killer snowman, like Jack Frost or something?
Yeah,
What if it was like that? That's kind of scary. I'll just fly around like I'm a flying reindeer.
But your legs have to be moving
It's the
like you're
power
running.
of flight, guys.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I can only imagine Tony up there in the sky like...
His legs kicking.
Whatever.
Gotta
I'm
go!
still fucking flying.
Would you rather have Christmas tinsel for hair or Christmas lights for fingernails?
Well, that's easy. Tinsel for hair, because then at least I don't have any hair now. So
Ooh. Would it be... What color tinsel would it be, by the way?
silver, I guess.
Yes.
Right?
Is there anything other than
Yeah, there's
silver?
the magenta ones or red
Yeah, I guess you
ones
can
or
put on your tree and have it different colors. But no, I'd do the silver one. I'd have some kind of cool Lady Gaga style going on.
Would you rather have? Would you rather swim in a pool of eggnog, or if you're so inclined, coquito, or a pool of warm cocoa?
I would go with probably the cocoa. I'm not a fan of eggnog.
Really?
But
Eggnog.
if we're doing Christmassy drinks, how about a pool of glühwein? Like mulled wine.
Oh, mulled wine.
Yeah.
What about glog?
Yeah, that too.
Will there be one above all that you'd prefer?
Yeah, I'd do the glühwein, the mulled wine,
Any specific reason?
because it's delicious.
No, I do the eggnog. Definitely do the eggnog.
Not a fan of eggnog, dude.
No?
No.
I think you need to mature your taste.
You definitely need one of those lampoon glasses, too. The moose.
Would you rather have hair and a beard like Santa, or be totally bald?
Wow.
Wow. Meanwhile, inside Tony's like, fuck you guys.
As soon as you said that one about tinsel, I was like, well, he's not going to like that other one then.
I guess have hair and beard like Santa. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, then you'd win first prize at like all the Santa look-alike contests and stuff.
Because you do have hair and beard like Santa.
And then, would you rather have an elf be alive in your house or have Santa watch you as you sleep?
Is this a good elf?
It's an elf. Yeah.
It's like a Santa's elf, right?
It's like dogs. There are no bad dogs. They're just bad.
Ooh, is this a female elf?
I'm sure it could be arranged.
My wife wouldn't like that.
She would feel frightened by the time you know.
Seriously, your wife is like 6 foot. So.
True.
I think your cats would be more interested.
That's true. It might not be good news for the elf.
Wait, how tall are these elves? Like, what time?
Well, it's not a Lord of the Rings elf.
Oh,
It's
like
Christmas
a
elf.
Santa's workshop elf.
oh.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go, guys.
I guess so. Santa watching me.
I mean, doesn't Santa watch everyone all the time anyway? Like, otherwise, how does he know if you're naughty or nice?
I don't think he watches the atheists.
He sees you when you're sleeping, Dave. He knows when you're awake.
Well, he knows when you're awake. He doesn't watch you when you're awake.
Yeah, but wasn't the question like, have him watch you sleeping?
Yeah.
He knows when you're spanking it.
I guess if he just watches me sleep, he's not going to see anything because I'm sleeping.
He knows if what.
So too much info at the Sanita household there.
So he doesn't watch me when I'm awake.
He just knows when you're awake.
He just knows, but he doesn't know what I'm doing or anything. Yeah, fuck it. He can watch me sleep. I'm just sleeping.
He knows if you've been passed out or not.
And finally, would you rather unwrap a gift filled with spiders or have Santa as your roommate for 5 years?
Santa is my roommate for 5 years. Go.
He's going to always be there except one night a year.
Exactly. And he's going to be like, make more fucking toys!
He's going to have a lot of people coming in and out of your house.
I hate fucking spiders.
There's going to be a fucking reindeer. I'd imagine it'd be a lot of crap that they would produce.
Oh, so he's like keeping the reindeer inside your house too?
Well, not inside, but outside.
You can never get to your mail because everybody's fucking mailing him all the time.
Yeah,
that could be a problem. What was the other one?
Or you open a gift filled with spiders.
Once?
Yeah. So you would get the new Arsenal third kit, but as soon as you open it, spiders everywhere.
Yeah, so
just feel blessed.
What if
at that point?
Yeah, actually, the box of spiders is probably a better gift at this point. Can I take the gift out into like an open field and just open it there and have the spiders just?
But you don't know it's going to be full with spiders. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it could be, and could be that gag gift that your wife gave you.
Are they poisonous spiders?
No,
they're just normal.
If
common
they're normal spiders,
okay,
that's
daddy long legs.
Oh no, then I'd take that.
Yeah, I'd take that.
No,
but there's 200 of them.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I open it, I'd be like, shit! I'd run outside, and like by the time I come back a week later, they will have dispersed.
They will have dispersed, and they're fucking all over inside your house, making spider webs, having a crazy Christmas orgy. Spider boner. Hashtag spider boner.
Well,
hashtag spider boner.
If it's worst comes to worst, you can call an exterminator, right? You can fix it.
Aww.
And I guess that brings us to our next beer of the night, which is which one, Jose?
Noel de Calabaza.
Like how you're giving it the Spanish pronunciation.
Of course.
Is it from Spain again?
No, it's from Michigan. Jolly Pumpkin. It's a special beer that they release once a season, namely for the end of the year. Deep mahogany and multi-layered hops. So they released this at the end of the year, and they wish you Merry Christmas. Let's see how it tastes.
So it is a sour, which means I like it. I guess it's kind of like a wintry sour, right? Kind of get
It's
like
crisp.
some citrus, like orangey, lemony character.
It's definitely not a style you expect in the end of the year.
Yeah, it's aged in oak barrels, so it kind of helps out the flavor of it.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't expect this style at the end of the year, and definitely not from Michigan.
Although, you know, Jolly Pumpkin are known for their sour. You know, like thinking about the reason I keep thinking, you know, bringing up the Glühwein, is, you know, like, so Danette and I went and had Glühwein in Germany over Christmas a couple years ago, and she made it at home the other night for her Christmas party. And so it's like you mix like red wine, a little white wine, some brandy, and then some different spices and orange. And it comes out super nice. I think this, like if you added like some spices like cinnamon and nutmeg, you get like sort of a Glühwein taste for this too. It might be good.
Oh, so I guess that's where the inspiration comes from to make it now here at the end of the year. They say fruit and spice, so I guess that's why that this has fruits and spice. I guess that's why they consider it like a winter ale type of.
Yeah, maybe
deal.
That's kind of what they were trying to do or thinking about.
So for the Miami Minute, every area has their own Christmas and holiday traditions. I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite or least favorite thing about holidays in Miami?
Burning Christmas trees. And coincidentally setting the basketball court in your backyard and then having it explode and then having to refill it.
So is that your
Unfortunately-
favorite thing or least favorite thing?
It's my favorite thing, actually. Minus maybe the basketball court exploding, almost killing our host, but
Weren't you the host?
well, I was the host in my house, but the host of the podcast, Dave over here, I almost killed
gotcha.
him
Yeah,
that night.
I almost lost my feet that night.
Yeah.
I had to throw those shoes away because they had melted. You don't usually see shoes melt, but
Yeah. So
PSA: Do not put Christmas trees and light them on the concrete on the ground.
yeah, word to the wise, like don't start fires or
don't start fires on concrete
on top of concrete.
because it will expand and
It will explode all over your guest.
okay, that's a holiday thing.
Well, burning Christmas trees is always my holiday thing. We always have our friend collect Christmas trees that are dumped at the end around New Year's. They start dumping them, and we just collect them, and then we make one huge bonfire. Just put them on a shopping cart or something that's sustainable because
Or on the grass.
or on the grass. Just make sure that you have water also by your side because when you burn a Christmas tree, for those that haven't burned one yet, the flames are actually quite high. It's very combustible,
And it's over quick.
and it's over quick. But it makes a good time for when it gets down to chilly 50 degrees down here in Miami.
All 4 hours of it.
Yes.
Well, for me, like I'm not Hispanic, but what I love about like Christmas time in Miami is like Cuban Noche Buena, which is Christmas Eve, and usually you make a pig, lechon, in a caja china or a Chinese box. Like you put the pig underground and cook it underground, and when it comes out, it's the most delicious thing, and I look forward to that every year.
It is so delicious.
Yes. So if you're outside of Miami and you don't know about lechon and the caja china, make some friends with a Cuban family in Miami and come down for Christmas Eve. You won't regret it.
Yes.
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
I would have thought that you guys might have said something about the traffic.
Well, I mean,
No, there's traffic every day. Fuck it.
No, but that traffic dies down a lot.
I would say least favorite is when you like have to go to a store, like you have to make a Target run or you have to go to the mall like to pick up something, and you know it's going to suck because there's going to be 10,000 people there, and the
That are
parking is
all
going to
assholes
be
by default.
Yeah, that's just the worst. Like they should have like Uber Eats, but for
Buying
bring
things.
gifts. Yeah,
It's called.
yeah. I was going to say,
Amazon.
you know what they should do is like you should be able to like go online and order things, and they deliver them to your house. Like that would be a good business model.
Like Prime Now.
That someone should come up with this service.
With that idea.
Yeah. I've had a brilliant idea just now on the podcast. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to go get something, right? You have to go to the physical store for whatever reason, and it's just the worst.
Least favorite thing. No, it's
These
Overall,
are a
it's-
few of my least favorite things. When the
when you can't find, when regular businesses that should be open are not open.
how
Because
dare they be closed on Christmas
no,
and
but
New Year's Day, assholes.
no, but when you're dealing with things like, for instance, not my situation, but like buying a house or like resolving something at work, like a name change, or like if you got married, or just anything
Couldn't you
that's
just
clerical.
wait though like a day?
No, you can wait like a week because usually people are off on that whole
To
week.
do a name change? Pretty sure you can submit it on the 26th.
Yeah, I mean that's why
I
it's
think the
like
courthouse is open.
it's a minute thing, but it's just that you have to take into account that all your ducks are in line.
How often are you changing your name?
I'm
And
not
how
changing my name,
important
but
is it?
for instance, I just got a new job, so for instance, if I needed direct deposit, I would have to wait until next week or the following week until like everything clears up because not that many people are there. So
How dare people take time off their families?
I know
During the holidays.
during the holidays. Bah humbug.
Some people. Exactly.
No, but generally, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the holidays, really.
So if I were to ask you,
What about you, Dave? What do you like and dislike?
I don't know. I never really think about these things. I just think about the question.
You just asked the question.
Yeah, I'm just a pretty face. Guess I have to say, it's dead silence.
Put you on the spot
What
there.
do I like? What don't I like? Having to make rounds. Things that you have to do because you got to do it.
You know who has to make rounds during the holidays? Santa.
Yeah.
He's got to go do all the rounds.
Press F for him.
Yes,
Pay respect.
give them cookies, give them milk
Or
And booze.
Coquito.
and booze.
Speaking of Coquito,
Send him nudes.
Yes, speaking of which, why don't you go ahead and open that next beer, Jose?
Oh,
As he hits the beer. Here, why don't you open this one too? So, I brought a
smells like cookies
Beer.
already.
Wow, it really does. What you guys, yeah, pour from that one. I've been.
so what is Coquito, Dave?
I would say it's if you are unfamiliar with it, we'll call it Puerto Rican eggnog.
Yeah, it's basically eggnog, rum, and cinnamon and allspice.
So very, very similar to eggnog.
And so this is a Coquito-inspired beer.
Yes, so this is a Coquito inspired beer from Funky Buddha. It's from their mixology series, and I've been wanting to try something from them. They had a Manhattan beer, like the cocktail. Didn't get to try that, and I did see that they had a margarita, which is not like, I can't imagine it would be better than that margarita lime Bud Light that I couldn't even chug.
That Bud Light Lime.
However, this is a cream ale with natural flavors. cocktail inspired and barrel aged, coming in at a whopping 11.4%. And I think
pretty high for a cream ale.
Yeah. And I'd have to say, surprisingly, I don't like many cream ales. This one's not bad.
Yeah, they got the flavor down pretty good. Not so much the consistency, but
How the hell are you going to do eggnog on a beer? Unless you put beer on an eggnog.
yeah, you'd have to use like a lot of lactose or something, or make it a stout or whatever.
I'm sorry, this should be technically called an imperial cream ale, made with coconut, cinnamon, vanilla, lactose, and aged in Caribbean rum barrels.
You definitely get the rum, though. So, which is the nice part. Like, so it.
Yeah, but it's not overpowering. It's nice.
So
it's well balanced.
Its aroma is a little overpowering, but
yeah, it does smell boozy,
but it doesn't taste as boozy as it smells.
Right. Yeah, you do get it, but it's nicely balanced with the other flavors.
Exactly, and technically it's still a beer, so technically it's not like a bar can like sell this and not have to have a liquor license and be like, hey, we have coquito.
Well, I wouldn't say you have coquito. I say you have
Funky Buddha coquito.
Yeah.
But put Funky Buddha and then coquito.
Yeah, exactly. You put we have coquito beer.
Exactly. So
those bars
nice.
that say free beer tomorrow.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what was your favorite beer of the year, looking back on this year? And what specifically are you looking forward to next year?
Damn, this is actually a tough one.
You would think that I might have asked you earlier.
Yeah, but I didn't actually think about it. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll get back to you, Jose.
Yeah.
How are you, Tony?
Well, I know what my favorite beer of 2019 was, and that was Blueberry Lemon Cake from Spanish Marie.
Wow.
Yes.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Did you have it?
Yeah.
That was spectacular for me. It was a pastry Berliner blueberry, and it tasted, just like...
Which is funny to hear that style.
Yeah. Like blueberry lemon cake with cinnamon and just really sugary and sweet, but you got the lemon, you got the blueberry. It was just off the charts, full of flavor.
That was the one that was deep red.
Yeah.
Like maroon.
Yes. It was gorgeous color too. I went back for that beer a couple times. And I was just blown away by that one. So, 2019 was a big year for Spanish Marie. They had their, first year anniversary. They opened a brand new tap room. If you haven't been, in a little while,
they quadrupled, quintupled their size.
Yeah. It's the next block over. So it's at the same spot, but it's just a block over in that little office park. And now they have a much bigger, speakeasy kind of themed tap room. Well, I guess it was speakeasy before, but now it's a lot.
That was the front. And this is the actual one. And it's, just really nice. And, I'm really happy for those guys. And, so that was my favorite beer this year. What was your favorite beer of the year, Jose?
Actually, it wasn't too long ago. I had King Fox's I believe it's called the Sludge. He released a new Imperial Stout. I've always been a fan of that, and it's actually nice to see some people start to making again the thicker Imperial Stouts. I know Wakefield actually made another one called the Dark Side of the Moon, I think it was called. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to another resurgence of a thickness again. I know Wakefield just did their thick.
Did you say you have a sickness for the thickness?
Yeah, I do have a sickness for thickness.
You're down with the thickness?
Yes, I am down with the thickness. Wakefield has actually been carrying that banner for a long time, and I hope that they continue to do that as well. And other breweries, because I really miss the thick, heavier set Imperial Stouts like that the old Cigar City used to have.
We can get that for you if you like that thick. Real thick.
Oh, yeah.
That thick.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you guys then, what are you looking forward to next year then?
Like beer-wise?
in 2020. Anything. We're open. We're open to anything. Traveling, Tony?
I will be traveling.
Mr. Worldwide?
Yeah.
What's your big trip?
We're going to go to the Netherlands in April for about a week and a half. In May, we've got the year's mystery trip. So I don't know where we're going. Danette's planned something. We take turns every year planning a trip for the other person. So I'm excited to see where we end up going then. And then we're thinking to close out the year in December, going to England and hopefully see the Arsenal.
The Arsenal what?
Play a football match.
Oh, it's a football match.
I thought you meant the arsenal of like the military arsenal.
I thought it was a comedy show.
See, it's both in one.
Siegburn!
Why would you torture her that way?
Because she wants to see the comedy show. Actually, she's mostly excited to see the Warner Brothers Studios Harry Potter, World of Harry Potter.
And Tony be excited about Arsenal.
And what about you, Jose? What are you looking forward to?
Actually, I've been planning to take my son to maybe a college basketball game, like at University of Miami basketball game for the first time, maybe. You know, it's a nice environment to take like a toddler. It's not too noisy. It's indoors. It's air conditioned. So
except for the end of each half.
No, yeah, that kind of kills it. So
also, he's not going to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till next year.
You know what would be good to take him?
The following year.
To a Division II soccer match in Miami. Or
there you go. That's
Division I.
That's something to look forward to next year. You know, Inter Miami is going to start their inaugural season. The Miami FC is now recently re-promoted to the
Division II.
Division II. So they're playing their games again at Ricardo Silva Stadium at FIU. So we're going to have like 2 soccer teams in South Florida.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've been probably more Miami FC games than probably any of you guys ever met. I think it's kind of funny. Oh, not funny. I find it not admirable. That's not the word. I find it odd that they named the stadium after the owner. Do you know any other sports team that plays a professional sport and a stadium named after the owner?
Well, Joe Robbie Stadium was like that for a while.
The Cowboys, they practically name it Jerry's World.
I think that's
not the official name, though.
Yeah. I know, it's not the official name, but I mean, it might as well be Jerry's World.
That's because he's a megalomaniac and...
Yeah, it's because most stadiums now, they sell the naming rights to make, some extra cash.
But not in soccer.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Seminole Hard Rock Stadium.
You heard it. I was going to say, you hear the drums, the war drums in the distance. Undefeated. Unconquered.
Dolphins. All right.
So
actually, I am actually looking forward also to the Dolphins miraculously making good choices on their draft picks next year with all the draft picks.
You hope.
You don't have long to wait because that draft's coming up.
Yep.
And with that said, we're going to give an opportunity to our beer bros who couldn't be in studio tonight. JJ the Metal Chef. Let's hear what they have to say.
JJ the Metal Chef here. Lots of great beers in 2019, but I'm going to have to give my best beer of the year to Spanish Marie Brewing for their Blueberry Lemon Cake Berliner. Absolute fucking fire. And can't wait for the next batch coming up soon. And as for 2020, just anything from any of the local Florida breweries. Lots of new ones popping up here in Orlando, so I'll be sure to let you beer bros know how those go. And I'll be seeing you kids at Wakefest 2020.
Okay, welcome back, guys. So, did you hear that Utah recently changed their beer law?
How so?
So in Utah, they had to water down their beer to have it at maximum of, I believe it was 3%, 3.2%. So when I took a road trip with my buddies up to Nebraska to see the Hurricanes play, we went to quickly across the country. We stayed at Kansas, and then we went cross country to Nebraska, passing by Utah. We went to a Walmart, and they actually had beer there, but all of it was 3%. So by law, they had to water down their beer until it's actually 3% by volume or less. So you had Bud Light Platinum, which is normally 7%. They had to water it down to 3. So we quickly got on our cars, went over to the state lines, and just bought beer there. So they recently got rid of this ridiculous law that you can't brew over a certain percent of alcohol.
Woohoo!
And because of that, Utah had to throw away thousands of gallons of beer that were watered down.
Well, I mean, I guess it's beer, but it's hard to really be too broken up about, all this,
yes, but the fact that they had to actually recollect all of this beer from all of these stores, Walmart, and all these distributors, and actually just process them, break them down, throw them away, and recycle, obviously, the contents. It was a big undertaking, so...
Recycle the contents?
Yeah, not the contents, the container.
Just the bottles, okay.
But congrats to Utah out there to actually getting better beer, and beer that was actually meant to be drank the proper alcohol level that was meant to be.
Yes, now you and all your wives can have good beer.
Yes. Thank you for listening, all of you.
The views of the Craft Beer Gooner do not reflect that of Beer Bros BS sponsors or affiliates.
I'm just messing with you, Utahns.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Utahns. Sounds like something you'd sleep on. Hey, can I sleep on the Utah in the basement?
You got a couch? Well, I got a Utah you can sleep on.
Oh, Jazz. How the fuck are they the Utah Jazz?
They relocated from New Orleans.
Yeah,
here we go.
Which is hilarious, right? New Orleans known for its jazz, but when the New Orleans Jazz relocates to Utah, they just kept the name Utah Jazz because of all the jazz that Utah.
It's the same thing from the Lakers.
That's true. Yeah.
Just like Los Angeles, home to the stars and celebrities, known for their
10,000 lakes. Evidently,
they came from Minnesota.
Okay. Now things are starting to make sense with the NBA.
And then there's some that just kind of work, like
Washington Bullets.
I'm just thinking like NFL, like the Colts can be anywhere. So
Indianapolis
or Rams.
What about the Oilers?
Well, you change your name to the Titans, and
yeah,
you slap a new name on it, and this bad boy can fit 0 trophies in that team.
So how do you feel? Like, if a team moves, should they keep their name, or should they, change their name to be more representative of the new destination?
I guess it depends on the name, no?
Like, if the original name is, something that's
like, for instance,
native
Miami
to
Dolphins. If they go to Las Vegas, Las Vegas Dolphins. Like, there's not even a sea body of water.
Any sense? It'd be ridiculous.
I guess that would be a good time to change the name,
or
but
the Utah Jazz.
Can I ask yourselves to please do me this favor for yourselves? Nobody's ever, I'm sure you haven't come across in your daily life a picture of a baby dolphin.
No,
but please
Google baby dolphins.
Google baby dolphins. Oh my God, God's creatures.
Are they as cute as Baby Yoda?
I would dare say cuter.
What?
Because they're real.
Exactly.
Are you saying that Baby Yoda's not real?
You can't buy.
They're not. It's not real until May 2020.
It's not real until there's
merchandise. Yeah. So speaking of Baby Yoda, my topic this week is not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We went up to Galaxy's Edge, which is the new Star Wars area at Disney World, Hollywood Studios. So it was myself, JJ, and Jose. We all went. Danette went too, and Isa actually went as well. And let me tell you guys, well, you already know Jose, but let me tell the listeners that you have to go to Galaxy's Edge if you're at all a Star Wars fan, because it's the coolest friggin' place.
I've had people that aren't even Star Wars nerds and be like blown away by it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
And PSA, if you go to Galaxy's Edge, and as soon as you step foot into the park, please do the onboarding for the ride.
Yes, so the new ride is called Rise of the Resistance, and in order to ride it, you've got to be set up on the Disney app, the My Disney Experience app, and as soon as you enter the park, you can put yourself in a boarding group for the ride. And definitely do this first thing when you get there. In fact, get there as early as possible.
How early is that?
So
we went in at 6:30.
So if you look up the hours of the park, it opens at 9 a.m. But that's what's posted there. But we got there at 7:15, and the park was already open. So there's Disney groups or whatever that you can Google to find out what they're doing. But to find out what time they really open. But basically, the best advice would be just to get there as early as possible. Maybe 7:15, 7:30 or earlier if you're able to, so that you can reserve the Rise of the Resistance, because it is seriously the coolest ride / experience in a theme park that we've ever done.
What's the closest ride to that?
To compare it to? It's hard to say, because it's got 3 or 4 separate parts of it, and each part is different. So I would say one part is kind of like a motion simulator, Star Tours, or the
Body Tours,
Body Wars, or if you remember that one, or what was the other one I was going to say? The Pandora one, the Flight of Passage, something like that, where it's Then there's another part where it's you're kind of walking through a part of it, and then there's another part where you're on a ride and the ride goes through it. So it's you're in a vehicle and you go through the thing. So that's more like the Spider-Man ride in Universal, or the Transformers ride, going through a path, right? But I don't want to give too much away. Just suffice to say,
so you'd say that is the way.
That is the way. There's, just there's several parts of it. It's a 20-minute or so experience.
Wow.
And it's, it's jaw dropping. Yeah. What they've done with it. It's so.
Yeah, no spoilers here, but it's jaw dropping.
So don't miss the Rise of the Resistance. And if that's the only thing you do, it will be worth it. But there's also the, Smuggler's Run, which is where you get to fly inside the Millennium Falcon, which is also super cool if you're a Star Wars geek like me. You get to
try to get the most coordinated person to be the driver's seat. God, I was in the driver's seat for one of them. It was so bad.
Yeah, you're randomly assigned to be either a pilot, a gunner, or an engineer. The pilot one is the most fun one, I think, followed by gunner and then engineer.
I like engineer.
Don't you mean Guna?
No, it's not. It's actually gunner this time.
No, I like being the engineer. I just touch shit. And
the engineer, you just push buttons when they light up. It's not very exciting.
Yeah, but nobody screams at you because you can't find the turbo button.
Do you have often problem finding the turbo button?
Yes, I'm not.
I guess it depends on how coordinated you are at video games or something.
Or at driving.
Or
Miami person here.
Yeah, so watch out when Jose is behind the wheel. Another PSA
of the Millennium Falcon,
or a car. But
drive short distances.
What else? There's the Oga's Cantina, which you can also reserve on the app, the Disney app. That's super cool. If you ever wanted to go into the cantina from the original Star Wars movie, the Mos Eisley Cantina, this is a similar type of thing.
Isn't that never been a hub of more villainy? Why would you want to go there?
maybe you're.
What are you looking at, freak?
Maybe you're the type of person that belongs in such a place. But they really.
Yeah, we lost our shit when they played the Cantina song inside the Cantina. But yeah, they had a few drinks. One of them was the one that makes your lips tingly.
Yeah, so like the cocktails are they're like space cocktails or whatever. Like one of them, it's poison for humans. So when you drink it, your lips will get numb and tingly.
No shit, your lips do get numb.
Like seriously, but that one's like a citrusy kind of drink. It was cool. Then they have another one.
I think they just put like anesthesia in the foam or something like that. Like
they've got one that's like they put like some dry ice in it, so it's all smoky or whatever when you get it. And they have
they have one that's a shot that's called jet fuel. Yeah, that shit will kick your ass. The thing is that they only let you have 2 drinks because an idiot like me will probably try to have the jet fuel twice. And
try to have like everything on the menu and
you're not going to make it.
How are they priced?
I mean,
Disney
they
prices.
are Disney prices, so they are pricier than normal. I think the drinks were like between like 12 and 18.
Yeah, 12. 12 and 14. Like
Not terrible.
yeah, they're not terrible, but it's like getting a drink inside a sporting event. It's the equivalent. They also had the Frosties. The tequila Frosties or rum Frosties. So you can get was nice.
The blue milk or the green milk. Those are outside the cantina. That's just at like a stand.
So just milk, or
they're kind of like slushies, like alcoholic slushies, like you get at like Fat Tuesdays or Wet Willie's, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's like everywhere. There's like
you can pretend you're Luke Skywalker on Tatooine drinking your blue milk. Although the green milk,
all the employees are always like on like.
In character.
Yeah. So, like, Tony was like, oh, this tastes like Fruity Pebbles. And then the person's like, what do you mean? What is that?
What are Fruity Pebbles?
What are Fruity Pebbles? So
you can get into it and be like, oh, like, well, on my world, this is a breakfast item.
Yeah, they actually do have Arabish all over the place. So I was trying to translate Arabish. I'm trying to pick it up because apparently there's a lot of things in the Star Wars universe that are in Arabish that I missed out, apparently.
Yeah, if you really want to immerse yourself, you can download the Disney Play app and scan like various things around the park and like
translate them and like do little mini games and activate different. Actually, you can activate different like little LEDs and like light sensors, and you can make some of the animatronics actually start moving and when you like interact with them. So that's actually pretty cool, in my opinion.
And the other cool things you can do if you want to drop some like more serious cash, they've got the Build a Droid workshop. So Danette and I built our own droids. They've got like all these like droid parts where you can put together your own like little BB-8 droid or your own little R2 type droid, but like you pick whatever color you like and you can have them be all different colors, and you can walk around with a little droid all day.
And they follow you, or you gotta control it?
They're like remote controlled. You can't really like drive them around in the park, but just because it would be like they won't go fast enough and it's too crowded and everything.
Yeah, somebody will kick your BB-8.
Yeah, but they give you a little like carrying case or a backpack if you pay extra, and you can like kind of walk around with like having your droid in a Baby Bjorn kind of backpack, and they actually react to things in the park and start beeping at things. So that's really fun. And those are $100 the droids. But if you want to spend even more, for $200, you can build your own lightsaber, which is the coolest friggin' thing ever. I built my own lightsaber, guys, and it was so cool. There's a whole like scene that plays out, and
the parts, the materials are not like just scrappy plastic. It's actual metal, like pieces.
Yeah, it's definitely like a good quality lightsaber that you're buying.
I'd like to see yours compared to mine, which I bought outside on a different world. It's called MegaCon.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, like it's like the hilt of the lightsaber, that whichever way you make it, it's going to be, a nice, like sturdy, good weight, piece. You get to pick your own color crystal. You can pick blue, green, red, or purple. And, it like turns on and off, like it goes like, and it makes all the sounds. And when you hit something, it does a psh or whatever. So it's really cool. I have my own
it's all the
lightsaber
bells
now.
and
It's
whistles.
awesome.
Were you the only one that got a lightsaber?
No, JJ got one also.
Yeah, I was in the background, jerking off to the experience.
So I think that was everything. That's everything we did, right? In the Star Wars park anyway.
Yeah. Apart from that, I went with JJ to go on my first roller coasters, like actual roller coasters. I went to SeaWorld and rode on Mako. That was life changing.
That was the first time you were on a roller coaster?
Of that magnitude, yeah.
Did it? So it's changed your life? You
Yeah.
Ride more coasters?
Yeah, I can ride more coasters. It wasn't too bad. So
Well, I mean, did you just like endure it or you had fun?
I kind of both. Kind of both. I mean, it's not every day you get dropped from 200 feet. So
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do Busch Gardens next and get you.
yeah, exactly. Busch Gardens would be next. You see, God damn it, you're making me into a roller coaster addict.
Don't blame me. Blame JJ.
Yeah.
So, just in time for Rise of Skywalker, you can check out Galaxy's Edge, I guess.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, just know that it hasn't been released yet. It's soon to be released, so there's no spoilers tonight. Woo!
Oh, this should be out before Christmas, which means it'll already be out
Yeah, exactly.
by the time.
So I hope you enjoyed the movie. If you're listening to this, it seems by all the reviews that it's going to be a great movie. And watch The Mandalorian, please. It's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, the
Baby Yoda's forever.
Yep.
So before we end out the show, what do you think the child came from?
The Baby Yoda?
I
I think that they cloned Yoda, and they had the DNA.
think it's a clone of Yoda. I'm really hoping that it's no relation to Yoda. Oh, he's just like another member of Yoda's species that, it's
Or
a
it's-
rare species, but they happen to find a child of it.
Or it's that Yoda banged the Mogwai, and they came up with Baby Yoda.
Gizmo.
And so I think I'll have to end the year on that. So thank you for listening.
Yoda banged the gremlin. All right. No Mogwai.
I mean, it's appropriate, right?
Yep.
So thanks for listening to us this year. Please continue to listen to us in 2020. We're no longer on SoundCloud, so I had to delete that off the
Oh.
list of everything else. And
Oh, we had a beer left.
why didn't you guys remind me?
Oh, we were...
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and
All
open
right.
that one.
Yeah. We also didn't do what burns your bacon, so...
Well, okay, so let's do this and then
What
do
burns
our-
my bacon when you forget a beer that you were meant to drink on the podcast.
so this is the final beer of the year
Yeah.
for Beer Bros and BS.
Yeah, this one is from Avery out in Colorado. And this one is called Sandy Claus. It's one of their barrel-aged series.
You can definitely smell that and the cacao. Kind of like that powdered
So
chocolate.
This
Is
is
that mince?
Yeah, this is an imperial stout with peppermint and
Yeah.
chocolate
There we
aged in bourbon barrels. And it clocks in at 14.5% ABV.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Wow.
Puts that 11.5% coquito to shame.
Not too boozy for being 14. I'm gonna tell
Wow, I really like that. Like a lot of times, like mint in beers, like mint stouts, are hard to get right. I've had like a lot of bad ones, but this one really does taste like chocolate peppermint.
I would love to
Like a York?
turn
Almost,
this
yeah.
turn this into like a reduction. Put it on some ice cream.
Yeah, like a float with this would be dope.
Oh. Great way to end the year.
Yeah,
So what burned your bacon, guys, for this year?
for the whole year. Oh, I just had
Was there one over her?
Yeah, my fucking car sucks.
Your car burns your bacon.
My
Okay.
car burns my bacon. At the trip for Orlando, going up there, coming back, there was not only engine failure, which I had to go to Pep Boy ASAP to get it fixed. Going back, I also hit a fucking nail and had to get the tire plugged in by myself. I did a great job. The tire people said, but it's just that, you know what? After you buying a car is such a piece of shit because it just starts breaking down after you buy it after X amount of years. So
that's why a lot of people lease.
I know. So now that I have a closer job, maybe I can get back to leasing. Meh, I don't know.
And you always have a car payment. You never own it.
Ah, yeah, I know. So yeah, that burns my fucking bacon. That, you know, no matter how you fucking slice it, you either buy a car or you lease it. It still fucking sucks.
I don't know. I had a pretty good year. I was gonna say, you know, just for my weekly or, you know, single podcast burns my bacon, it's all these like memes that start with, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, and then the thing. If you want to make a joke, just make the joke.
This is almost related to your previous burns your bacon, where it's like no one, and then
exactly.
that
it's like
memes are declining on quality.
They are. I honestly feel
and
this.
Thankfully, Baby Yoda again is our savior.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, here, listen, you little shit. No, Baby Yoda is actually our meme saver right now for this year.
Did we just lose the podcast? We dropped the recorder. Hopefully it's still going.
Did you hit play? Or record?
Bum, bum, bum. We're picking it up now. Come on. You can do it. And we're good. All right. So.
Well, thank you for listening for this year. We appreciate all of you that listen. And
thanks for sticking with us in 2019.
Hope you stick around. Have a prosperous new year.
Yep. I know it's been kind of bumpy. We haven't been recording as often as we would like to. But
we should be recording at a new brew pub and hopefully a new brewery coming up in the new year.
Yep.
Stay tuned, guys. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't break any more glasses.
No more glasses, please.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Cheers.
Beer Bros.
Beer Bros.